In peace, sons bury their fathers. In war, father bury their sons. The trials of living and the pangs of disease make even the short span of life too long. The wooden wall alone should remain unconquered. Some men give up their designs when they have almost reached the goals, while others, on the contrary, obtain a victory by exerting at the last moment more vigorous efforts than ever before. He is the best man who, when making his plans, fear and reflect on everything that can happen to him, but in the moment of action is bold. We are less convinced by what we hear than by what we see. Four of those cities that were great earlier times, most of them have now become small, while those which were great in my time were small formerly. Happiness is not fame or riches or heroic virtues, but a state which inspires posterity to think and reflect upon our life, that it was the life they would wish to live. Hippocrates doesn't care. Human prosperity never abide long in the same place. It is better by noble boldness to run the risk of being subject to half of the evils we anticipate, than to remain in cowardly enlistments for fear of what might happen. It is better to be envied than to be pitied. It is clear that not in one thing alone, but in many ways, equity and freedom of speech are good things. A multitude of rulers is not a good thing. Let there be one ruler, one king. If one is sufficiently lavish with time, everything possible happens. A woman takes off her claim to respect along with her garments. Chances rule men, and not men's chances. It is the law of nature that fainted-hearted men should be fruit of luxurious countries. For we never find that the same soil produces delicacy and heroes. Of all men's miseries, the bitterest is this: to know so much and to have control over nothing. Great deeds are usually wrought at great risks. Men trust their ears less than their eyes. I know that human happiness never remains long in the same place. Adversity has the effect of drawing out strength and quality of a man that would have laid dormant in its absence. If you have 2 loaves of bread, keep one to nourish the body, but sell the other to buy hyacinth for the souls. The saddest aspect of life is that there is no one on earth whose happiness is such that he won't sometimes wish he were dead rather than alive. Many exceedingly rich men are unhappy, but many middling circumstances are fortunate. Where wisdom is called for, force is of little use. The trials of living and the pang of disease make even the shortest span of life too long. But this I know, if all mankind were to take their trouble to the markets with the idea of exchanging them, anyone seeing what his neighbor's troubles were like would be glad to go home with his own. It is the God's custom to bring low all things of surpassing greatness. Happiness is not fame or riches or heroic virtues, but a state that will inspire posterity to think and reflecting upon our life, that it was the life they would wish to live.